Hello everyone. I used to be demotic as a bug catcher, but 2 years ago I also wrote a list of bugs on Rumble, and that's what I wanted to go back on today. I mean, can't really go back on the bugs of a champion that does not exist anymore. So, one of Rumble's bugs has been discussed among pro players recently, which you don't know about yet because Vanderl will make a video covering that in a few days, but I wanted to make a video prefacing his to explain the bug itself. So, what we're going to be looking at is Rumble's E. Like all of his other spells, Rumble's E has all of its effects empowered by 50% if he is above 50 hit. So this is a regular harpoon, and this is an empowered one. There you go. You can see regular one did 167 damage, and empowered did 250. Also the color changes. Non-empowered spells on this Rumble skin are orange, while empowered ones are like blue and purple. So here is what the issue will be. This is what happens if I throw a harpoon from 30 or 40 hit. Okay, if I can maybe not miss, that'd be great. On an immobile target. There you go. So the harpoon was shown as being not empowered, orange, but it hit as if it were empowered, even though I cast it from below 50 hit. This is because it would seem like Rumble's E is calculated upon hitting the targets instead of upon being fired, which also means that if I go above 50 hit, throw my harpoon and die during the casts, as you can see, it did the damage of a regular harpoon and not of an empowered one, plus some extra damage because of last stand. So yeah, that's the issue. This is something that can be incorporated into gameplay, in that you can always fire your E from 30 hits. And for example, let's say that you're sitting in 20. Oh no, let's say that you're sitting at 40. You do actually have a way to get all of your spells empowered if you just cast E first and then the other two, which you should not normally be able to. One last thing that does not make sense about this bug is the fact that you can't just be sitting on 10 or 20 hit, cast E, and then W or Q to reach 50 and have your E be empowered, which means you can see here, my E hit when I was at 50 or when I was at 60 hit, but it still did the damage of a regular harpoon. There is no explanation we can confirm for that. We can only suppose that it's because there is a separate clause somewhere that makes it so that it's not possible for one of his spells to be empowered from 10 or 20 hit for whatever reason, because, I mean, should not be possible from 30 either. But yeah, that doesn't really matter. I mean, the explanation does not really matter for us. And yeah, also I showed that the damage was empowered, but everything else is as well. Hitting your E from 30 hit will still empower the magic resist shred as well as the slow. So yeah, I've made this video with 3 goals in mind. First, it's meant to be something documentary because I just prefer there to be clarity. Second, it's to put more Rumble players on an even footing about an obscure mechanic. And lastly, it's also to make Riot either fix the interaction or acknowledge it as a mechanic, because as it stands, you have to intentionally go out of your way to not trigger this. And this is not the state a champion should be in, especially when it comes to a champion who has always been wonky when it comes to how the hit works, with bugs and issues and inconsistencies that go unaddressed for basically years, until someone talks about them, or even after someone talks about them. Case in point. I think that's all I have to say about this. I hope you enjoyed the video and I hope it was useful for you. This is usually not the type of vids that I make. I do catch bugs pretty often. Even if Mordekaiser left us, we still have that. But the main purpose of this channel is me making rhythm videos on League for whatever reason. So if videos on bugs interest you, or if rhythm videos interest you, feel free to stick around. And otherwise, just have a good day. See you around.